I'm Bob. Hell, I'm Bob. Hey, Bob, tell him that one always gets me, man. Oh, wait, whoops. Tell him that story about the gynecologist. All right, so yeah, I had just gotten married, and yeah, one day my new bride, she's like, "I'm having pain down there." I'm like, "Pain? What are you talking about?" You know, so she's got insurance through the place she works at. Take her to some place, and I don't even, he's probably a gynecologist or something, and so he gets her in there, and he brings me in too, and you know, he's checking her. He's got her like, and he's like, "Whoa!" And this guy's from, I don't know if he's Chinese or Korean or Vietnamese or a pineapple Filipino, but he's no English. And he's checking her, you know, and he's getting a urine sample and all this stuff, and then well, tell him the end. Tell him the best part. Or the worst part. So he's checking it out, and then he keeps saying this stuff to it's just, you know, it's her, well, it's the doctor, her, and I, and then he's just like, "Oh, takaboku, ye bubba, oh, we do, you know, and he's very intent about it. He's, and I'm like, we don't know what you're saying, guy. You know, it's not the best insurance." So then he has to bring in the like receptionist, and then like, "Oh, you tell him to do," you know. And as sure as anything, the only English he knows, he looks at her and he looks at me and he go, "His finger dirty." And I'm like, what? My fingers aren't dirty. So it just basically ruined that whole relationship right there. That one kills me every time, man. You can't make that shit up. When you see, so you guys are what? You start fooling around, and then you start let your fingers do the walking, and what happened? You know what happens. You'd be like, "Oh," don't you be like, "Don't touch that. Don't you remember what the doctor said? Your fingers are dirty," you know? So anyway, that creates a OCD. So now I'm washing my hands every day, 20 times a day. I'm washing my hands more than Howard Hughes in the movie The Aviator. So thanks, doctor. Goodbye.